So today I'm going to share my progress with my project pan. First, I'm going to show you all the products I used up and what I'm going to replace them with. So the first thing I used up is this primer. This is the pink primer from Witch's Pouch. I did pop off the bottom and scraped out everything I could get. So this was more of like a silicone-y primer, which is okay, but I prefer hydrating primer, so it was okay while it lasted. And I'm going to be replacing it with this ColourPop All-Star primer. I actually have not used it yet, but it's only filled to here. This is a matte primer. Like I said, I usually prefer hydrating primers, but the summer in Japan is very hot and humid, so I figure maybe that would be good for that. I used up this Epic Blend lip balm. It's the Hemp Raspberry Pomegranate flavor. And yeah, this was good while it lasted. It was a little on the thicker side, so a little went a long way. And I am replacing it with this Lasting Smiles Organic Lip Balm in the flavor Passion Fruit Mango. I have been using this for a little bit now, so there is some progress. So when I put it in the project, it was completely full. I hadn't used it, and this is how much I've used so far. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah. This one is a little more lightweight. It's very soft, so it doesn't really keep its shape very well, but I am enjoying it so far. I have this mascara from Pretty Vulgar called The Feathers in the shade The Raven, so it's a black color. I did not like this mascara at all. It's super thick, did not give separation or length. It was kind of clumpy. I used it for about 2 months. I probably could have gotten a couple more weeks use out of it, but I just don't really like it, so we're gonna call that done. And I replaced it with this mascara from Makeup Revolution. It's the Mascara Revolution. And yeah, I'm enjoying this one so far. The wand is kind of really big, which I'm not crazy for, but I do like the formula. It gives decent separation, some volume, some lengthening. So yeah, I'm enjoying that so far. I used up this Jelly Pong Pong Liquid Gossamer liquid highlighter in this shade Ethereal. Yeah, I'm really glad this is used up. I mixed it with my foundation, which I did like it in that way, but I'm just not a huge fan of liquid or cream highlighters or products in general. Also, I really did not like the packaging on this. It's in a squeeze tube and it's super liquidy, so it would just like constantly leak, so I'd have to store it upside down. I don't know, I feel like this kind of product should have been in like a jar with a dropper. But yeah, that's done. I'm replacing it with this Tristique cream stick highlighter. It's kind of like a champagne-y pink color. The shade is Luminescent. I have not used it since I put it in the project, so this is where it's at. Yeah, I've used it a couple of times before the project, but I don't really remember. I used up this Chella Nude eyeliner. I went to go sharpen it and the tip just fell off. And I really enjoyed this while it lasted. It was a nude color. I wore it in my waterline and it really brightened my eyes up, so I did really enjoy that. And I'm replacing it with this Jelly Pong Pong nude liner, the Bare Necessities highlighting pencil. Doesn't say a shade name, but it's kind of like a nude color, but this one's a little more pinky nude than the Chella one, so it's not as brightening, but I think it's good so far. I have used it a couple of times, So I have this black line is where I started, and that is where it is now. So a little bit, not a lot. I used up the Kate Tokyo face powder. This was a loose setting powder. So this is where I started. That was the last update, and now it is completely finished. I really like this powder. It's very soft and finely milled. I think it looks really great on my skin, and I'm a dry skin type, so I really like that a lot. I am replacing it with this Witch's Pouch Natural Finishing Powder in the shade Beige. I've only used it a couple of times since I put it in the project, so it's still kind of full. It's all the way up there. So far, I just think it's okay. It's not as good as the Kate Tokyo one, I feel, but it's alright so far. I used up this Beauty for Real lip pencil. This was in a nude color. This one was okay while it lasted. I felt like it was a little on the dry side, but yeah, it was alright. And I am replacing it with this Milani lip pencil. This is the Color Statement lip liner in the shade Hot Pink, Hope Pink. I love the Milani lip liners. They are my favorite. So I have been using this a lot in the past few days, so I think there should be some progress. So here is where I started when I put it in the project, and there it is now. So not a lot, but some. This next one I am super proud of. I used up an entire liquid lipstick. This is the Melted Matte lipstick from Too Faced in the shade Sellout. I really like this formula. The shade was really nice. It was like a warm nude color. I wore the heck out of this, and I'm really proud that I used it up. I'm replacing it with this Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade K-Dub. This is just a mini size. I haven't used it since I put it in the project, and before then maybe I used it a couple of times, so it's, I would say, pretty much full. It's kind of hard to say where it is. You can't really tell. I've had it standing up for a few days, but it's, you still can't really tell, so yeah, basically full. And I did use up the setting spray I had put in the project. It was the Faced Hangover Setting Spray. I had moved it into that Tatcha bottle, and I am replacing it with another Faced Hangover Setting Spray. This one I'm actually going to leave in this bottle because I'm going to be going to the United States for a couple of months, so I'm going to be traveling. I feel like this is a good size bottle to travel with, so I'm just going to keep it in here. I haven't used it yet, so it's completely full. And I do like the Too Faced Hangover Setting Spray. I think it's good. It does the job. I used up the hair care product that was in my project. This is the 24K Sally Hershburger Supreme Stylist Voluminous Dry Shampoo. To be honest, I don't really care for dry shampoos. I usually wash my hair every other day. If I go any longer than that, my scalp just gets really dry and itchy, so I just don't really have a need for a dry shampoo. I did try using it in that way like one time, and it was okay. The rest of the time I just use it as a styling product. Obviously it's not really meant for that, so it wasn't that great. It didn't really hold the curl that well, so whatever. I just used it to use it, and it was alright while it lasted. And I am replacing it with this Rave hairspray, and I have been using this for a bit now, so it was full when I put it in the project, but I think it's probably under halfway now. Probably around here, maybe somewhere. And this one's okay. I think it holds the curl decent. My hair still feels like hair, so yeah, it's alright. I was able to use up all the body care samples that were in my project. So I have this brand, I cannot pronounce it. This came in a sample set. It's a rose scent. Didn't really care for it. The rose scent kind of smells like plastic potpourri grandma scent, which is not the most pleasant. So didn't really care for that. I have this Mary Kay Timewise Repair Voluform Day Cream. So I think this is actually meant for your face, but my skin did not like this. It really stung and just didn't like it, so I just used it on my body and it was fine for that. I have a few things from the Island Remedy brand. A hand lotion, a face lotion, and a body lotion. Again, my face did not like this, so I just used all of them on my body. They were fine for that. I don't particularly like using hand creams because I don't like scent on my hands. So I used that one as a body cream too. I also have this hand cream from the Body Shop, Almond Milk and Honey. Again, just used it on my body. It was fine for that. I just don't like scents on my hands. And the last one was this L'Occitane Milk Concentrate Lotion. I did really enjoy this. I thought it was nice and hydrating. I used up this Kate Tokyo Stick Concealer. This was okay while it lasted. I have the shade Light Beige. The shade was pretty good. It had decent coverage, but the consistency was a little thick. It kind of looked cakey, so I am replacing it with this Witch's Pouch Concealer. It's the High Cover Cream Concealer. The shade is 0.5. It's a little light, but I think it's okay. The consistency is really nice, very blendable, looks good on the skin, but I wish it had a little more coverage. So when I put it in the project, it was there, and now it is here. So I have some progress. And lastly, I have a bunch of perfume samples that I used up. So my main perfume was the pink perfume, and I did use that some, but I was getting a little tired of the scent, so I took a break from that and started using some of the samples. So I have Heavenly by Victoria's Secret, Marc Jacobs Mod Noir, Tory Burch Love Relentlessly, Nest White Sandalwood, and this French brand that I cannot read. I thought those were okay while they lasted, and the one that I didn't really care for was this Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream. I'm not really sure what it was, but there's just something about the scent I just didn't really care for, so all set with that one. So that is everything that I used up. There is one thing that I'm going to be getting rid of that I haven't used up, and that is this Be a Bombshell, the one stick. I just really don't like this. I've been using it on and off for the past few years, and I don't like cream products to begin with. There's still a ton left. I'm just kind of all set. I don't really want my project to turn into me forcing myself to use things that I just really don't like over a long period of time. So yeah, I'm calling it quits on this one. I will be replacing it with something different. And this is the Bella Pierre. It's a cheek and lip stain. I don't use this on my lips. I'm only going to be using it on my cheeks. I have used it a couple of times, but this is what it looks like now. So yeah, I'm just looking to get some use out of that. Now I'm going to show you the products that I've made some progress on. So my foundation is this Witch's Pouch BB cream. So when I put it in the project, it was up here, Now it is about there. So I definitely have a lot of progress. I think maybe I could finish it by the next check-in. It's okay so far. It's kind of thick. It doesn't have great coverage, which I know it's a BB cream. It's not really supposed to. It's just supposed to even your skin tone, which I don't really feel like it does that much either. It does have SPF, which I do like. It's getting really warm and sunny in Japan, so that's nice. So I'm just going to keep going along with that. And I have this eyeshadow primer, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So when I put it in the project, it was there. Now it is here. A lot of progress. I love this eyeshadow primer. It is definitely one of my favorites. So the other liquid highlighter I had in the project is this Me liquid highlighter in the shade Oyster Gold. So when I put it in the project, it was there, last update, and now. So getting there. Since I finished the other one that was in the project to begin with, I think I'm really going to focus on this one and try and get this one done by the next update. I think that might be a little ambitious, but I'm going to try. I have the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil and Ink. I was really hoping to finish this by this update. It was getting really hard to sharpen, but I was actually able to sharpen it twice. Oops. So yeah, it's really close. I for sure think I can have this done by the next update, but we're getting there. I have a couple of powder highlighters. So the first one is this e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearl. And I have been using this quite a bit. It doesn't look that much different, but the dip is starting to get deeper. So that is what it looks like. I am really enjoying this highlighter. I'm wearing it today. I think it's subtle, but very beautiful. And this other one technically is a blush, but I use it as a highlighter. It's the e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. I've also been really working on this one a lot. And I think last time it was kind of flat, and now it's really starting to dip in the middle. I think this is a pretty highlighter on my skin. And for blushes, I have this a Mitt Makeup blush in the shade 108. This is Massive Blush. I really wanted to hit pan by this update, but that didn't wind up happening. And now that the weather is warm, I haven't been really reaching for this one a lot. But yeah, there's maybe just a slight more dip in the middle. This is also super pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. If I can at least hit pan by the end of this project, I'll be happy. The other powder blush is this e.l.f. Baked Blush in Passion Pink. So, kind of flat on the top, little bit of a dip. Getting there. I have this cream blush, the Styly Style Glide On Blush Stick in the shade Pretty in Pink. I have been using this a lot recently, so I think there's a little bit of progress. There's not much product left. So, yeah, I think this one's okay. I don't, like I've said 100 times before, don't particularly care for cream or liquid products. This one I don't really mind using all that much. For eyebrows, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Blonde. It doesn't really look much different, but I have been working on the sides, trying to even it out. There's still a giant dip in the middle, so just going along with that. Like I've said, this is my favorite brow product. It's really the only one I have that really matches my eyebrows really well. So I really like that. Not in a super rush to use it up. This Kate Tokyo Black Liquid Liner, I was hoping to get this done by this update, but it's still going. It's still going. I do store it on the side, which I think is said to make it last the longest. It still takes a couple of passes to get one eye finished, and the tip, it's starting to fray and get a little wonky, so getting a really precise line is a little more difficult now. So hopefully I can finish that off by the next update, but we'll see. I did actually use this cream eyeshadow from Laura Mercier a few times. I don't think you're going to be able to see any difference, but I did use it 4 or 5 times, and I do really like this. I think it's really nice. It doesn't crease. I have super hooded eyelids, so that's great. And for eyeshadow, I have the Comfort Zone palette. I've been really working hard on this shade. I think this one has the most difference. This expanded pan isn't all from me, sadly. This little part on the top broke off, so some of it broke, but most of it I did expand. So I'm really proud of that. I did try to use these greens a little bit, but I don't know, I just don't really find myself using green eyeshadow a lot. And these shades are really dark, so when I do use them, I only do the outer corner, so those are going to be really slow going, but this is what it looks like. Oh, I also did repress this shade because it was getting very difficult to use. So I'm hoping I can finish this shade by the next update, but we'll see. This Lancome color design palette in the shade Blush Sweetness. I did repress these 2 shades because they were getting a little difficult to use, and I feel like I have expanded this a little bit. I've been using this one a lot recently, so there is some progress there. For my perfume, like I said, I took a break from this for a while, used the samples, and then I did come back to this, so there is a little bit of progress. So there it was this is where it was when I introduced it, last update, and now this update. So getting there, getting there. And the last things I have are lip products. So the one that I've been using the most is this tinted lip balm from Styly Style in Funky Fuchsia. I did mark it on the cap. Oops. So there is some progress. I do really like this for just a tinted lip balm. It lasts a long time, like even after the balmy feeling wears off, it kind of stains your lips. So I don't really feel like I have to reapply this because it lasts really long. And then there's the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Lipstick. I only wore this a couple of times. I don't think there's going to be any visible progress, but this is what it looks like now. And the last lip product, the one I'm wearing today, is this NYX Butter Gloss. I haven't really touched this one. This one probably has the least amount of progress. But I'm going to make more of an effort to use this one between now and the next update, so we'll see how that goes. I can't really mark the progress. Even when I hold it up to the light, I don't really see where it is, but yeah, gonna keep going along with that. So that's all the progress I have with my project. I'll see you next time. Bye!